The Junkanoo Carnival report has been released. In this report from Carla Palmer, hear why officials of the event say despite a low profit margin, the event has big value.
Festival Commission Chairman Paul Major says the Carnival report was not late. He says it simply took time to gather and complete all the tourism and related data. Major adds that while the government spent in more than $9,800,000, the total profit amounted to just over $100,000. He notes the intake as being low.
This is not a profit exercise. It has never been and it never will be. Nowhere in the world is a carnival a profit venture. In Trinidad, they spend, I think we've estimated somewhere around, based on the conversion, around $40 million a year. The government may make taxes of, I don't know what the number is, but it ain't 40 million. But it ain't about that. It's about the tens of thousands of people that fill their hotel rooms. It is the thousands of people that rent every available vehicle on the island. It is the thousands of people. One band alone that I participated in, they had 15,000 people in it. Our total parade ain't reached there yet, but we will. So those 15,000 people who buy costumes at an average price between $500 and $1,500, that is what it's about. So the GDP impact of that is in the hundreds of millions of dollars. And that is the big picture we need to see. We keep talking about what we spend, but we're not looking at the economic impact of what this thing does.
The Carnival Commission chairman pointed out that a total of 696 individuals and 278 small and medium-sized enterprises throughout the country directly benefited from the domestic event.
The domestic spend was $7 million in Nassau, $1.3 in Grand Bahama, for a total of $8.4 overall. Total economic activity, $12 million in Nassau, $5 million in Grand Bahama, $18 million in total. GDP impact, and we've applied the same multiplier effect of 4, which there's a lot of argument around. I'm no economist, but I've done my share of economic classes, and I can tell you, I don't know any two economists that agree on anything. So we've come up with a median number of multiplier 4. For the locals, is somewhere between 1 and 2. For tourists, is somewhere between 6 and 7. So we figured an average of multiplier 4 was a fair representation to get to a GDP number. So using that formula, we came up with about $49 million in Nassau, $21 million in Grand Bahama, for a total of about $70 million GDP impact overall. And
last year, the Carnival Commission exceeded its budget of $9 million, spending in the final analysis $12.9 million. Officials attributed last year's overspend to the unforeseen expenses for the inaugural event, among other reasons. Major, along with other officials, had promised to learn from last year's mistakes. And for him and his team, he says, they have learned. Once again, Junkanoo Carnival officials are looking to minimize mistakes made this year as they prepare for next year. Carla Palmer, ZNS Network News.